Okay, so in this video I'm going to review the rule for and introduction. So if we flip to the back of the cover, we'll see the schematic definition for the rule of and introduction. So here, if you can see, our first line, whatever that line may be, it's the variable j. If you have whatever formula, let's call it formula p, also another variable, with dependency numbers a1 through an, also a set of variables. And on the next line, on another line, any line whatsoever, on k, you have the formula q with dependency numbers b1 through whatever. On the line thereafter, whatever line that may be, we'll call it line m. Given the formula p and the formula q, we may infer the formula p conjunction q. So here we reference the two line numbers with which that comes from, j and k, and then the rule for and introduction, or conjunction introduction. And the dependency numbers for line m, of course, come from the lines that we've used, j and k. So j depends on the set a, 1 through n. And then the dependency numbers on k, which is b, 1 through n. So the dependency numbers for m should refer back to what j and k depend on. And so they're the combination of the set A and the set B. So let's try to get an example of that. We'll get a simple example first. So let's imagine if we have A and B as a premise, and we also have C as a premise, we can derive A and C. So here we have two premises, and we have one conclusion. Right? So let's set up. First is our premise. Whoops. Then our second premise. So here we need A and C. For that, we're going to sort of take A out of the conjunction. So we can infer A on 3. We reference the line that A comes from, the conjunction, and of course the rule that allows us to derive A, which is and elimination. And so the dependency number for 3 will come from 1, which is 1. And then now that we have A and C on separate lines, just like the rule states, we can derive A conjunction C. So here those two lines are 2 and 3. And the rule that allows us to do so is conjunction introduction. And so the dependency numbers for line 4 will refer back to the lines that we've taken to produce line 4, which is lines 2 and 3. So line 2 and 3, since it depends on 2 and 1, so will line 4's dependency numbers be 2 and 1, or 1 and 2. Okay, that's the simple example. And the rule is pretty straightforward, although it may get more complex as your proof gets more complex. Okay, well, we'll go to the next rules.